Here's the thing. I'm a Sagittarius, so when I get challenged, I like to answer those challenges with responses that are grounded in facts. Behind me is Subway. I'm going in there to get me a meatball sub. I've got a lot to get into and unpack in this video, so we're going to do that now. I have said in videos in the past that it's important for you as a food reviewer to get it right if you're going to go through with reviewing food in the first place. Now, there are different kind of food reviewers out there that I have noticed within the food community. You got your ones, who are very honest, in their review. Do a pretty good job in honesty, and they give everything a fair shake. I've seen those types of reviewers, and I've seen the one from the top to the bottom down that are complainers. Food complainers is what I call them. You can't give nothing but your opinion. But even when your opinions are wrong, you can't ignore the facts based around your personal opinions. Because once you claim that you like something, absolutely. Or if you dislike something, absolutely. Then from that point forward, we know exactly what your review or your food commentary or whatever you call yourself out there doing is going to be like, and it's going to be all about. If we haven't learned anything recently from all the celebrities who have spoken out and thought that with all the influence and all of the followings that they had, and it didn't go quite their way just because they thought they had these big followings that things were going to move in a specific direction, but they did not. Yeah. Social media influencers are not immune to that same thing. They have a big, diverse audience, and you got to think about all of them when you're doing those food reviews and things like that. I am not here to be your enemy. I am here to help you make better decisions when it comes to when you're talking about food. That's what I'm here for. And that's what today's video is going to be about. I'm going in there to get a 6-inch meatball. And I'm going to have it made the way I would like it. Because, I like variety when it comes to restaurants. I like Subway. I like subs at Jersey Mike's. My favorite is probably Firehouse, which I don't have close to me, and I don't get around to getting enough. But just because I can't get my favorite don't mean I can't enjoy something that's inside this restaurant here. But yeah, we'll get into it more as we go along. Let me go get my food. All right, so I just come out of the second location, and I got the second sandwich here. And the reason I got this one at two different ones, and when I went in there, I told them to put as little sauce on it as possible and just cheese. So I could manipulate the situation to make it look like it was not a good sandwich. Now, I could have done that at the same location and showed you that you can do it at either one, but if you claim it's location issues, why not point out the fact that you could choose either outcome at either location depending on how you told them to build the sandwich to start with. So I ain't saying for sure that happened, but if you're on record saying you don't like something And that every place you go to or everywhere you go to, you're saying that, hey, it's like that everywhere. And I can sit here and prove you wrong every single time. Then that says something about your credibility. You need to make sure, if you're going to not like something, at least get it the way it's made to look desirable for the people that actually do like the sandwich or sandwiches from that restaurant in general. Because yeah, you'll get people to agree with you, but you'll also get people that will tell you straight up that I don't have that problem, it looks like a you problem. And you say, no, I've been to several different locations and it's the same outcome every time. Is it? How do we know? How do we know it is when it's so easily manipulated? That is the point behind this video today. So I thought I would share some facts with you all about Subway and why it stays in business. Because I know it's been said and it's been wished that, they would just go out of business, But like I said, there are a lot of people who eat there. You might not see it behind the scenes when you look at programs like MASH and other things, who like to bash things. It was in order to get the clicks and views from things, because there's a big following that seems to stand behind, that type of negativity when it comes to restaurants and things in general. But like I said, the numbers don't lie when it comes to growth and sales and stuff like that, especially in a restaurant like Subway, who was declining at some point, changed management and changed the way they operate and have seen significant growth since 2022. And we're going to get into some of how that's going right now with the information I have found here in this overview. It says, yes, Subway is making a comeback. Global expansion. Says Subway is on a track to open more than double the number of new restaurants in 2024 compared to 2019. They are doing this by partnering with experienced, well-resourced multi-unit operators. And then it goes on further to say, digital engagement. Subway has retooled its app and loyalty program and is pushing orders to its app to help its digital sales. Menu innovation. Subway has introduced new sauces, toppings, and sandwiches, including the honey mustard barbecue chicken, spicy nacho chicken, and cheesy garlic steak. They also added Sub Crunch, a crunchy topping that is coated with a savory seasoning and fried. Same store sales growth, meaning the stores that already exist. Subway experienced 8 straight quarters of same store sales growth through the end of 22. Strong start to 2024. Subway announced a strong start to 2024 with high demand for their new foot-long sidekicks. Other signs of Subway's comeback include global Compass grew 9.2% versus 2021 and 29.1% against 2020 in North America. Same-store sales lifted 7.8% in 2022. Year over year, restaurants were repeatedly beating decade-old AUV sales. Mark's digital sales quintupled. Now, I don't know about you folks, but quintupled sounds like an awful lot of growth. Now, back to the show. Alright, so we are back at the house with our subs, and I've got them pulled out of their bags right here within the Latchkey Test Kitchen. Don't know which is which, so we're going to open this one the firstest. For some reason, they didn't put me one of them little sticker deals on this one that seals the paper, but oh well. location issues, right? A real one, actually, in the middle of this fake review. So this is just the meatball and cheese. Now, ooh, they loaded the thing down with meatballs. But let's say I didn't want it to look that good. I'll save this meatball over to the side. Okay, so first of all, we'd have to get rid of a meatball. I'll put it on the bag here. Kind of scooch that one up like that, like they misplaced it or something. And this is just me showing you how you can manipulate the review. Oh, look at that. That's really bad. That's nothing but bread. Look at that hollow cavity in there. Let's open this bad boy up and look at it. Oh man, that's a pitiful looking excuse for a sub right there. Barely got any sauce on it. Barely got any sauce on it at all. I can't even see the cheese. When in fact, the cheese is just melted into the bread. It is there. So, nothing but bread. At least if it had sauce, it would be halfway decent on the bread by itself, but I ain't even got the sauce to back it up. See? Bad review, easily done. Manipulated. And Subway is like the easiest place to control the outcome. I'm not saying that anybody does it, but I'm just saying you might want to be aware of it when you go to bash Subway, because it is what it is. People will draw conclusions whether it happened to you or not. The best thing to do in a situation like that would be to, you got the bad product, you go somewhere, or you give it a chance another time, or you go back in there and tell them to fix it, like the endorsement does. He's very trustworthy. His reviews are forthright. As far as I'm concerned, he is the example to abide by as far as food reviews go. Whether you like it or not, the guy's honest. Sometimes his views put me off a little bit, but for the most part, he gets it right. He's very fair in his assumptions. And there's a couple of others. Nick Eats, I think that's the name of his channel. He's one. I'll have to show that another time, but this is the one that I ordered that I would want to be eye appealing. And I got it with black olives and banana peppers. So you open it up, it's got a lot of sauce in there because I ordered it with extra sauce. Loaded with sauce. This would be the meatball sandwich I'd be proud of. Let me get that meatball out of the way. Look at all that sauce inside of there. You can get it to gush out. What'd you know? The second one is the better tasting sub. Go figure. The black olives and the banana pepper pair really well with that meatball. And that extra meatball I laid to the side, I ain't gonna let that go to waste. But see how dry it is? Ordered it with no sauce. And I let it sit on that bag. Now it's cold. And all of that affects room temperature, setting out. All of that can affect the outcome of a product and how you want to do a review. I've been telling folks, it's important you get it right. Because if you don't, there are people who can see through it. Like I said, follow the example of the endorsement. Take it back in. Make them fix it. Or at the very least, if you get home, like Nick Eats does, he ordered 2 different sandwiches, but they accidentally give him the same 2 of the same kind. He still done the review on the sandwich, but in a later video, he went back and got the right product and done the review on it. He just let it lie there. It's a location issue. All Arby's are bad. They're all bad because I got the wrong food this one time. It's just not so. Subway is doing good, whether people like it or not. It's going to be here. It's going to be around. And that's all I got to say about it. And that's all I got for this video. So until the next one, you folks have a good one.